I'm Jess at Insights by Jess. I dig deep into what makes Etsy stores successful and where they can improve so that you get the full 411 on what's really selling and why. Let's jump in. Okay, so this video is so cool because I'm just so excited to make this video. This is the coolest niche idea. I would never have come up with this on my own. So when I stumbled upon this in my researching phase, I was so excited because it is the most amazing way to sell a service on Etsy. And really that's what she's selling, is a service. It's not necessarily a product, but it's genius. It's very unique. It's very clever. And I'm always telling my big kids, my older kids, that anything can be monetized. Literally anything. You can make money off of anything. You just have to find your passion and then brainstorm a way to make money doing what you love and following that passion. There's always a way. So this store is really a great example of using passion or talent in a creative way. And in this way, for her, this is selling on Etsy. So you've probably already figured out as you're staring at the screen and I'm rambling along that this is a psychic. So what this lady does, her name is Amanda, she provides psychic readings and answers to people's questions. She is selling a handmade service or a hand-delivered service. Really, it's delivered digitally, but what she's able to do here, if we look at her listings, is provide psychic readings. Her average price is about $6, maybe a little bit higher, but we can see that a lot of people have this in their cart. She is extremely, extremely, extremely popular. And I do want to preface that by saying that she does have a strong presence on TikTok, and she states right off the bat that she has gone viral on TikTok. So that likely has a really big impact on how all of these are so popular. That being said, it definitely tells you that there is room in this niche for growth. There's room for more psychics to come in here. If you have a magic psychic ability, if you are killing it with being able to read tarot cards and be accurate, there is space in this niche for you. If we look at her store in general, I want to say that her branding and her vibe is awesome. I love how she's got this purplish reddish look here. She's really selling the emotional connection, the psychic vibe here. I love that it's mysterious looking. I love that it is, very uniform. You can see that she has a lot of the same photos for different listings or very similar photos. And she's really showcasing herself in these images and showcasing her talents, which is what she built this store off of, was her own talents. And before I get too deep into this, I do want to quickly point out that I am not affiliated with the store or with the seller or with Etsy in any way. I am completely independent doing this review all on my own with no bias or outside opinion. So jumping back to those store stats and estimating an average product price of about $6, judging by how many sales she has. She's been open since about December of 2014, so she is bringing in $176,000 a year. And that's a pretty conservative estimate that is splitting her sales equally among all of the years she's been open, which, as we all know, Etsy stores do not grow that way. They kind of grow more like a snowball. They start out slow and then they pick up speed. She only has 79 listings here, which I think is awesome because it's a great way to really show that you don't need to have a lot of listings to know what you're doing and to be good at what you're doing and to be successful on Etsy. So let's take a quick peek here at one of her best-selling listings and really kind of dig into what makes it stand out and what makes it unique. So we can see she has a main image and she also has a video here. The video kind of showcases her process and how she does her readings, which I think is awesome because for a lot of us, maybe who've never seen a psychic, we don't know how this works and we don't know maybe what her process is. So this is a really great idea. This is a well done video that really tells me, oh, okay, now I know what to expect. She has some other pictures here, excuse me. just kind of showing, it looks like she does some festivals and things like that, and then she has information so that you know what to expect. If we take a peek at her title here, she has some symbols in here which I think are probably more for her own use so that she can easily identify. If we go back here and see, like, she has different symbols here at the beginning of some of these listings so that she can probably identify what you ordered without really having to look too much into it. So I'm going to jump here and put her title into my test title page of my competitor research workbook. So she is using literally every single character, which is amazing. It does include all of these characters and all of these spaces. I don't think that if I was reading this title, I would quite understand what I was buying, but it is capturing all of the SEO opportunities, which is great. Looking at her description, she starts out with the main important question that is definitely on your mind when you're looking at this store. Why choose me as your psychic? So she's instantly setting herself apart. She's explaining why she's so amazing and why it's worth the purchase. And to be honest, this is a best-selling listing. It's selling for $9. If you're going to tell me that $10 is going to get me 6 pretty relatively accurate predictions into my future, sign me up, dude. Like, $10 is nothing. It is well worth, even just for fun, seeing what she has to say. So she has a lot more in here, kind of explains her process. And then here she explains that you are going to also get a digital download, which is how she is able to sell a service in Etsy, because Etsy does require you to send something out, whether that is a shipped product or a digital download. So that's a very smart tactic for her to be able to provide this unique talent to her Etsy customers, while also still being compliant with Etsy and doing what she's supposed to do, which is give you, in this case, a digital download, which I think is really, really amazing. I also want to jump back to her main page and point out that none of these products are on sale. She doesn't need to put them on sale because she went viral on TikTok, but it is definitely an opportunity lost. Once the hype dies down and other videos become viral on TikTok and she kind of fades back into a more standard flow of sales, she would really benefit from putting her store on sale, so she could always raise these prices up a little bit, put the whole store on sale, and then she's going to catch a lot more visibility from that search page. And people do really enjoy seeing that discount button. It does put a little bit more urgency on it. So going back to this listing here and scrolling down, we're gonna check out her tags. She has a pretty good amount of tags. It looks like she's doing a good job with her variations here of her keywords. She's got tarot cards, fortune teller, psychic reading, prediction reading. That's great. She's doing a good job on catching all of that SEO opportunity there. And in fact, it makes me really wonder if she should add a sentence here at the beginning of her description that does capture a little bit more of those SEO opportunities. But obviously, she's selling so well that she probably doesn't have to put too much time and attention into her SEO. She will in the future once that TikTok trend dies down, but for now she's establishing herself really strongly as the main person in this niche. Now, I do want to kind of show you, just for reference purposes, a competitor. So this is a different psychic. There are other psychics on Etsy, and it is, as you can see here, these are all different competitors here. It is a niche that is well established in Etsy. But I wanted to show you this particular listing because this is a bestseller listing in the psychic search results. And what she actually has here is a very clear main image that tells you what you are buying. So if we go back to the example here, we can see the main image for Amanda's store is Amanda herself. And she's beautiful and it's very mysterious looking and very cool looking, but it doesn't really give you a lot of detail as far as what you are buying. And then you have 6 predictions by Amanda, no questions. Well, that instantly makes me wonder, what does that mean, no questions? And when I scroll down here, I have to get pretty far in to kind of see what I'm supposed to do. And it does say down here, send me your name, date of birth, and required amount of specific questions for your order through Etsy messages. But I'm not quite sure what that means because right here it says no questions. So definitely adding a little bit more text to the photos or a little bit more in the description of what that process is, like a how to order, step 1, step 2, step 3. That would be really beneficial. And I'm loving how this comes out here with the text because it makes it very, very clear what I'm buying. This lady is actually not using all of her SEO in her title, but if you go down to her description, she does have a very good description here with a clear understanding of what you are ordering. So I'm not evaluating this lady's store, but she is definitely going to be taking Etsy by storm. That may be a future evaluation. But jumping back to Amanda, I really wanted to highlight that because there's always opportunities and room to grow and improve. Even when you are a 6-figure seller, or even if you are a $1 million seller on Etsy, there's definitely places that you can tweak or update and really catch more visibility on the listings. And that's a great message that should be portrayed. If you are selling on Etsy, you can always improve. You can always keep growing. So that is just the coolest part of selling on Etsy. You don't necessarily have to sell a physical product. You don't necessarily have to sell even a digital download. If you have a unique talent or a unique skill, you can figure out how to monetize it. So another thing I want to mention is that she is insanely popular. This has gone viral. She has all of her products capped out, but you can still see that this love reading or this full psychic reading are only $4. And that kind of perplexes me because obviously she's worth a lot more than that. This is her time she's selling. She's selling her very unique talent and her time, and time is money. So to be selling anything for $4 to me is crazy. She could easily, as you can see, she can charge $12 for this one. She's got $15 for this one. I would be, if I was her, adding more price, increasing the price. Sorry, I need more coffee. Definitely increase the price and make more money for her time. She's worth it. If you look at her listings, let's go back to her listings. She states she's 90% accurate in her predictions. To me, that tells me she is definitely worth more than $4. There's nothing that I would pay $4 for from her store that I wouldn't also pay $10 for. And if we go back to that example that I was using before with the really good picture here, she's charging $17. She also has this on sale, so she is capitalizing on that sales strategy, that discount strategy. But she's also selling 6 love predictions. So if we go back here, we've got, love reading, $4, 6 predictions, $9, 6 predictions, $15. This competitor of hers, which is knocking it out of the park with this bestseller listing here, is selling 6 love predictions for $17. So Amanda could definitely get some more money for these readings, for this service. She is worth it. She's got the accuracy. She's got, all the talent, all the skill. She is absolutely crushing it and dominating this niche. So she should charge what she's worth. I think she's really underselling herself here. So I know that we're all watching this video like, this is amazing. She's really crushing this niche, really killing these sales, but I'm not a psychic. I don't have psychic abilities. I obviously can't jump into Etsy and say, yo, let me do a tarot card reading for you, because that would probably be an epic disaster. So if you are looking for your own niche, if you're wanting to sell on Etsy, but maybe probably not as a psychic, then I definitely want you to watch this next video, because this lady is making around $200,000 a year selling spreadsheets. So if you are not convinced that anything is monetizable, check out this store. This lady is killing it, and you can watch that here.